Alex. Alex is a master personal trainer, and I'm so happy to be chatting with him today. Look, Alex, tell me, what had you get into the business of personal training?
Well, I started a long time ago when I was 15. I was very much influenced for all my friends. I'm from Brazil, I'm from Rio, and as we know, it's a place that everybody looks after their bodies. We live close to the beach, so everybody's looking after a lean body. So for a long time, I used to, be associated with personal trainers, all of that. So when I came to Australia, I noticed there was a lot of problem with obesity. And that's when I started, like about 13 years ago. So I developed a method of training that is pretty much, goes for 12 months. And it covers, it aligns all the three most important things for success in weight loss, which is a nutrition plan, an exercise plan, because, there's no quick fixes really. And I also work with lifestyle, which is very important. You can't change your life without changing your lifestyle, basically, or your habits, really. So that's how I really started.
Awesome. Yeah. That's really great that you've got something that's actually lasting a while, because what I've noticed out there is there's so many businesses promising, personal trainers promising, lose 20 kilos in 2 weeks. Big change in a short period of time. And what I've noticed is, well, how come, if all this stuff is meant to be working so well and so fast, is Australia now the most overweight nation, on the planet, which is just mind-boggling.
Yeah.
So what are some of the big problems that you're really solving? It's obesity. What else? What other problems are you solving?
Well, a lot of people, they have a lot of dysfunctional body as well. So, and one of the things that I really try to make a difference in the fitness industry is I have noticed that a lot of personal trainers these days, they just do a 2-month course and they just come out without any experience.
Yeah.
And basically what they're doing, they're creating more dysfunction in people's bodies than actually create any benefit there. So I've been noticing that people having a lot of injuries with personal training, and that's something I really wanted to do, to make a difference in the fitness industry and educate my clients as if they were doing a course, I'm talking about a 12 months course, really. There's no quick fixes. And I want them to have lasting results, really.
Yep.
So for me, it's very important. I wanted to make a difference in the fitness industry. And I created a program that, that I start with assessments. So I assess, there's no quick, you can't guess. Everybody's a completely different individual. And you really have to go through a process of screening to find out everything about their goals and the reason, if they have any asymmetry, because if they do have any problem in their body and they're gonna start going through training, that has to be addressed before. Otherwise, it's like starting to drive with a flat tire or something like that. You're gonna keep going, but you're gonna have a problem at some point.
Yeah, and that makes sense. And it's definitely not something that gets addressed quite often out there. So good on you.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I love that you're standing for having people get lasting results without injury.
Absolutely.
So it's a lifestyle that they're creating.
Yep.
What are some of the results you've gotten for your clients?
Well, I made people lose, without even trying, just for small little changes that they've done in their little tweaks that they've done with their lifestyle, with the stress levels and the training, of course, which I made people lose, for example, 25 kilos in 4 months,
wow.
which is quite an amazing achievement.
And
really,
keep it off.
And keep it off.
That's the key.
But the good thing is, I don't try to make people change in 1 month, which is impossible.
Yeah.
How can you change your habits, your stress levels? It's something that we work over a period of time. And it's amazing. It becomes so solid in their lives that they just carry it. So I don't even wait. Now these days I'm weighing people more and I'm measuring more because I realize that's something that helps them actually to keep track of their progression. So I realize that they really love it. So I'm doing a lot of measurements as well every month.
Yeah,
but seriously, before I even started doing that, I was getting amazing results just from changing the mindset and the way that they see exercise, their life itself, and it's amazing how to see
That's awesome.
how confident people become.
Look, I know it takes a while to get lasting change.
Yep.
You know, I've gotten that myself now because I have spent thousands of dollars on programs that promised ridiculous results, and yeah, I did. I lost 5 kilos in 2 weeks, and then I gained 8 kilos,
That's
the 3 weeks later.
Yep.
And it's terrible. It's not great. So ultimately, what's a couple tips? What's a couple tips you could give the guys? I know that it's not, it's not everything they need, but what can we do to get them started? Give a couple of tips
Well,
away.
I'll give you 3 good tips that's basically the first thing I do to my clients. I give them these tips. It's about lifestyle, it's a little bit of nutrition tips as well. So basically, a lot of people don't eat well. Like they wake up in the morning and they don't eat anything. Basically, think about it, like we wake up in the morning, it's like you're gonna put fuel in a car before you go to drive the car. If you already start your car, you go to drive without any fuel, obviously you're not gonna have a good day. You're gonna have low levels of energy. You're gonna actually store fat because your body is gonna be into like a starvation mode, and everything that you eat after that, you're gonna try to store. It's like hibernation, basically.
Yeah.
So this is the first tip. Have a nice breakfast in the morning with all the macronutrients. Like you should really be eating like a pyramid upside down. You eat the most in the morning, and then you start decreasing. So for the day.
Big breakfast. So you're saying, and
Big
it's
breakfast,
funny.
yeah,
So
eggs.
many people, you're right, don't do it.
They don't.
Our culture is rushed in the morning, grabs a piece of toast or doesn't eat
Exactly
anything.
right.
Whereas what you're saying is don't have that green smoothie,
Exactly
have an
right.
actual meal, and
Yep.
then Twitter,
And then start, decreasing that amount, but you still want to have several meals through the day.
Of
It's
course.
very important because that's when you increase your metabolism.
Yep.
That's what happens.
So
A lot
you're
of people
saying-
have too many gaps.
So you're saying to start big and just get smaller and smaller and smaller as the day goes on.
Exactly.
Which is the opposite of what our culture does, which
Exactly
is eat
right.
nothing and then have a big dinner at the end of the day.
Yes.
Killer, isn't
and then
that
go
awesome?
to sleep.
Yeah.
What happens there? All the
Yes.
fat stuff. You're not spending the energy. So that food's gonna turn into fat.
Yeah.
Very through the night, and obviously it makes all sense.
It
doesn't
does. It makes
it's common sense.
It's beautifully, beautifully said.
Thank you.
So guys, to get more of an experience with Alex, if you really want to take your health, your fitness, your physical body to the next level, and you've tried what you feel like may have been everything, give this guy a go. He's getting some amazing long-term results for people. All you need to
Absolutely.
do is send him an email,
Yep.
and he'll be able to organize a consult with you. The email address is
alex.ptfitness@gmail.com. So if you want more information, if you want a free consultation, the first consultation I usually give it for free for my clients, people that are really interested in making a change. So contact me and we can start your process. It'll be great.
beautiful. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Gabby. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for your time. Bye.
Cheers.